I think the Song of the Skerne is certainly a piece for the people who created it, and it's a very personal experience for them. But it's absolutely a piece for everyone, because I think it reflects the shared experience that the entire planet has had over the last year.
Singing, it's sort of like, it's expression of words that you can't say in any other way. So say, if you want to get out an emotion that you can't really express through speaking to a person, through conversation, you'll put it in a song, and that's how the best songs ever were actually made.
This project was an absolute eye-opener to what the children wanted to get from this project and to clean the river up themselves.
We were delighted in 2019, a local landscape partnership called Discover Brightwater rang up the Hippodrome and said, we need to do a music project with some young people, can you help us? At which point we all sat in the cafe at Darlington Hippodrome and dreamed up the Song of the Skerne.
So the students had to start by learning some facts about the Skerne and investigating more about the history of the area, and we then drew patterns and then laid the patterns over top of the stave paper so that we could see what the melody might do.
Well, we've come to Leeds Town Hall today and we brought together the Orchestra of Opera North to record a new piece, the Song of the Skerne, which has been created by students from Haughton Academy in Darlington. And they've been working together with a composer, Sarah Freestone, a lyricist, Katie Doherty, and a couple of musicians from our orchestra. They've been really inspired by the River Skerne, their local river. And the students have created their own lyrics and they've created their own music, working together with the artists.
So we're really fortunate in Darlington. Orchestras Live have got some really strong partners in the Hippodrome team and Durham Music Service who cover Darlington as well. And we've brought them together on this project, each bringing our strengths.
Simple things like numbers. We used a date from the bridge, the railway bridge, which is the longest continuous use railway bridge in the world, still going, 1825. So we put those as musical intervals. 1 would be C. 8 would also be C, because the octave goes to 8 notes. And then the 2 would be D, and the 5 would be G. And that gave us those 4 notes. So that's the starting point. And we talked about different effects. And luckily, Chris, the percussionist from Opera North, gave us a fabulous demo of all kinds of weird and wonderful ways that you can sort of recreate, or not recreate, emulate the sound. So it's different from sound effects.
So we needed to give them a little bit of a head start. So I created a few little videos with home instruments, water being the obvious one. And I think from that day on, the kids picked up with the ideas.
We've been working with professional sound producers, professional singers and coaches, just to help us improve and to help us know what we need to be doing.
It's been absolutely brilliant and quite different as well. Different anyway compared to what we normally do at Opera North, but different especially in the current pandemic circumstances where, you know, I mean, the recording session today, this is only about the 3rd or 4th time in the space of 12 months that we've all been here together unmasked and really bringing the students' ideas to life. It's quite emotional and it's very, very different and really enjoyable different.
So unfortunately, as we were about to be physically in the room with the young people, we were told that we were not able to, and the project, very luckily, moved online which took a great deal of logistical trickery to make it happen, but hugely grateful that it did. So the process itself, it didn't change, because what we do is we listen to music and we analyse music and we talk about music, and then we think about where our ideas can come from, and we develop those ideas. And exactly the same thing happens online. The young people also had many ideas about the river as a metaphor for, and we've heard this before with composers, people like using river because it flows and it carries and it continues, but the young people were so thoughtful about how the river, the structure of the river and the direction of the river, so that we have these sort of three layers, and we put everything into a musical context as well, that you have the river that you see on the top, like a sort of melody, and then you have the body of the river underneath, and then what's beneath the river that's kind of supporting it that we don't even know is there. So we were able to talk about that musically, but as a metaphor for them at the stage of life that they're at, and particularly at the moment where everything's on pause, everything's held and stagnant, and yet things are continually flowing. And they came up with some just really very moving ideas that we were able to use within the piece.
Well, this is my first school visit in about 18 months or something, so it feels very surreal. I think at a time when singing effectively has been demonised, and when it's been sort of barred for so many children and for so many adults as well, the fact that they're able to now do it, it's just been a wonderful experience. It's been sorely missing over the past year.
The song is all about the journey the river takes, and we basically, over the last 2 months, we've been making it.
I'm planning for which instruments to use.
It means a lot to them, the words that they said. It really did come from the heart, and I think that really comes through.
I love the song. There were moments today when I had little shivers. I know Katie's work very well and Sarah's work, and it's just come together beautifully.
I guess it's just being a part of something that is being created. You just sort of feel good about yourself trying to contribute to that.
The advantage of this is that it's there forever. There will be a live performance as planned later on in the year with the orchestra and the local community, but this film, this version of the piece, means that it's out there for so many more people to hear and hopefully be inspired by.
Yeah, music basically sings what can't be said in words.
where the river does run to me from our past out to the sea. Time flows by with secrets untold.